by Picks and Parlays. I'm Allie Burns. With me today, I've got Nick Parsons and Kurt Alexander. How's it going, Nick?
It is going fantastic, Allie. Thanks for having me back on here. Each week, I guess, we do this on Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 Eastern.
Yes, we do. And we have been really successful. We've cashed a lot of tickets. We've given a lot of good advice and information. So I think we're trucking along here. We're doing well. What do you think, Kurt? How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. Yeah, that seems to be the plan here every Wednesday. Give out winners, and then we do it again on Thursday, Friday, throughout the week, and then we repeat.
Just like every day.
Yeah, just like every day.
Yeah. Every damn day. All right, so we are going to talk 2 NBA games that are happening tonight. We'll talk 2 NHL games that are happening tonight. And you at home, don't forget, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell if you want to get notified, and leave your plays in the comment box. Let us know what you're thinking about on the games that we're talking about, or just games that you're looking at and you want a little help. All right, we already got some people. Keisha says, let's get that money. All right. Flames, we're going to talk about them in just a moment. We're going to kick it off with some NBA action. The Heat are at the Warriors. Golden State -1, and the total there's 222.5. Nick, what you looking at here? What pops out at you?
Just that the Heat are struggling right now. They've lost their last 2 games, and Golden State's playing a lot better. I actually don't have a great feeling on this game. I have a bit of a better feeling on the game we're going to review next. But yeah, I guess if I had to lean heavily to a side here, I like Golden State. It's been playing really well. It's been playing really well at home. It's 4-1 against the spread its last 5 versus a team with a losing straight-up record. Now, the Heat, they struggled in this position. They're 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. So almost completely opposite there. Yeah, Miami, we were talking just a little before this, Allie, you were mentioning just how great the Heat were in the bubble there during that bubble run. But no, it's just there's been slight changes, different things going on. And obviously Miami has not found that magic yet. And so, yeah, as I say, I don't have a strong lean on this one. But yeah, for me, I'm going to go with Golden State in this one.
Yeah, I think it's a little hard for me not to. What do you think about this one, Kurt?
I was telling Nick earlier that I really want to bet this game under, but that's almost like a bad word in the NBA talking about unders this year. And I look at these 2 teams. You go back in the last 5 games, 3 out of the last 5 have gone under for the Miami Heat. All right, you look over to the Golden State Warriors. I want to say 3 out of the last 5 have gone under for them as well. But the last 2 games have gone over. Well, the last one for the Heat and against the Clippers went over. We saw a total of 242. You look at the Golden State Warriors side, you see 227 was the total with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Brooklyn took it to 251. I was talking about that on my show. Wow, we had 243 as the total. Before the game started, I think it ticked up to 245.5, and it still ended up going over. But with this game, with these 2 teams, from what the trends are showing, I think I'm leaning more towards the under here more than a side of the 224. Miami hasn't been playing well. Golden State as a favorite, the under has come in 4 out of the last 4 games. They played to the under as a favorite. They're a small favorite here, 1-point favorite. I see 224, 226.5, I believe. Yeah, I'd take it under this total. I think it's just a little too high, especially with the way Miami's been playing. Miami actually had a couple games where their totals were like 195 and 194 in back-to-back games. So this is a team that can take it way under. And when you see a total as high as this, you're going to need tempo pretty much the whole game to get it over that number. So yeah, any sort of slowdown spots in this game or shooting droughts will cause this game to go under. And I could see that happening here.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it says betting under on NBA is like sweating balls. Watch the game. I cannot say you're wrong, Ninja. I can't.
It's been crazy, the scoring, and also in the NHL.
It's not a happy pick. It's not like I'm sitting here promoting it. It's just like, yeah, I'm the guy betting an NBA game under. So I'm that guy.
All right, Nick. Well, you've got a strong feel towards this next one. We're talking the Jazz at the Clippers. I mean, the Jazz are just so hot right now. It's hard to fade them. They're -4.5 on the road, and we got a total of 229. So, what are you looking at here?
Yeah, I kind of thought the Jazz's last game there could have possibly been sort of a trap game for them, but they didn't. They didn't look ahead there. They won that game, and now they face a Clippers team who is also red hot. These are two defenses which rank in the top 6. So we've been talking about all of these overs and different things, but no, I think that this one sets up well for an under here in this particular one. Yeah, I do. I just think that both of these teams are quietly getting the job done on the defensive end. I know they both can score, but yeah, I just LA. I mean, what more motivation does it need to try and knock off this red hot Jazz team and to be the team that does that on their home floor here? And so, yeah, I don't think they want to get into a shootout with them. Both teams are coming off really high scoring affairs and have, on a run of high scoring affairs. And so I think the number has gone a little bit high here. And so for me on this one, I like the under here.
All right. So we've got 2 unders as our NBA plays. We're groundbreaking over here, people.
Yeah, that's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Unheard of. If you're just joining us, give us that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Drop your plays into the comment box. Kurt, what are you saying about the Jazz and the Clippers tonight?
I say keep riding the hot streak with the Jazz. 7-1 against the spread their last 8 road games. And what I'm starting to like about these Jazz games or the lines is everything is really short. You see 7.5 against Philly, 6 against who'd they play before Philly? Whoever it was before Philly. They were a 6-point spread. Now you have a 4-point spread here. And you look at the scores in these Jazz games. What is that? Double digits. Yeah, they're blowing teams out. Like these games aren't even close. I want to say they beat Milwaukee by 15, and you're getting these 4-point spreads. So I think until something comes to an end here, I'm gonna keep riding the streak. I always talk about when the train's going. You want to hop on the train. You don't want to stand in front of the tracks like, hey. Eventually it's going to stop.
Listen, I'm the guy who likes standing in front of the tracks. I like to find those teams and find that spot where they are, that, you know what I mean? And it all sets up. And so I do like finding those positions, but no, in this case, I think you're right. But at the same time, the Clippers at home. And so for me, yeah, I just think both teams have been playing to lots of high scoring affairs. These are 2 of the best defenses in the league. And so I think, yeah, I'm going with the under in that one personally.
And do we know, is Kawhi playing? I think yesterday when I did the free pick video, Kawhi was in, but I don't know as of right now.
I'll check that right now. I was going to mention that the Clippers are also on a winning streak, but they've been playing the Cavs, they've been playing the Heat, Chicago, the Wolves, the Kings. This is their first matchup against a really good quality team in the last 5 games. So to get Utah -4 here, I think it's
also listen. Paul George is going to be out again for a second straight time.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard could possibly be out, and so I think that sort of lends itself to this lower scoring affair as I'm talking about.
I want to say the line is now up to 5.5. I'm looking at right now, and I'm just going to check the injuries real quick.
Right.
Mike Connolly's out. George, Kawhi Leonard is game time decision.
Right.
You gotta love that game time decision, right? When you're putting money on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game time decision. What is that?
This is a big part of why I don't bet on the NBA.
Yeah.
What am I betting on? I don't even know the freaking game, like, for crying out loud.
Is somebody about to get traded and they're not going to play today? Right. Is somebody on the trading block that we don't know and they're not going to play today? Game time decision. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Advantage Sportsbook, by the way, because I'm sure they know.
Definitely. Okay, so for NBA, we like the Warriors game. Nick likes the Warriors -1, and Kurt likes it to go under.
Yes.
And for Utah, we all 3 feel like you ride this Jazz wave until you fall off it. And then we like it under the 229 is what we did there.
Correct.
I wouldn't use the word like. We're gonna take it.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna take I
We're
know. I
gonna
say
take it
like
under.
a lot. I like this.
I
I
like
don't
it a lot.
that. It's like, yeah, but what are you betting on, sister?
I know, right? We're gonna bet on the under. Yeah, what exactly? We're gonna bet on the under. But with the way the totals have been going in the NBA, it's like you almost feel like you're that guy. We're the ones betting 2 unders today. I don't think there's been 2 unders all week, but we're betting 2 on the same day.
We will see.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, it's just insane catching the show from Houston without power or water. Oh
no!
Man.
And he said, "Let's go Warriors!
Let's go Warriors! Let's go!"
Ooh, Abel got the Jazz early at -3.5. I do want to touch on Keisha Williams put Missouri State in here. I took Missouri State on the side and the under today. So I like what you're doing there, Keisha. I'm with you on it.
I'm on the under.
You're on the under. I think
Yes.
on my board it was 136 is what I took it under.
Something like that.
And then I teased the under Missouri State and Utah State all together on a 6-point teaser.
That sounds like another casher, Allie. That sounds like another casher.
Man, we're crushing it over at Morningwood. If you guys aren't watching Morningwood and you're into college hoops, you should be, because we're cashing some tickets, and it's you guys' picks. It's not all mine. It's you guys. Okay, so let's move into NHL, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting to talk some NHL. Just right out the gate, Ninja likes Vancouver versus the Flames, still like the under 6. I think he's referring to your total chaos. Lenny went Wings and the under.
I'm on that, Lenny.
I like that Vancouver under.
Jets.
That's one of the games we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one next. Jets and the over is what Lenny was looking at. Nick said Pacers is a big play tonight. I just wanted to make sure I got all of y'all's picks in, because I know you were waiting. Okay, so up next, we're going to do.
I also like that over Daniel in Chicago.
Oh, in the Chicago Blackhawks game?
Oh, the Bulls.
Yeah. No, the Blackhawks, yeah.
2-11. I'm sorry, I just thought.
Okay.
Okay, so Vancouver at the Calgary Flames. Calgary -160 here, and the total is 6. So, Kurt, why don't you kick this one off? What do you got going on?
Okay, I'm calling for the upset here. I'm going with the dog. I'm going with the live dog. I thought about this. We always talk about hockey night in Canada, how it's Saturday night, but with all these Canadian teams playing each other, you're getting everybody's best effort. And this is an opportunity here for Vancouver to come out of this series with Calgary with the win against their former goaltender. So this is the 4th straight game that they're going to be going up against Markstrom. All right. So they've already put 3 goals on them, 2 out of those 3 games. Who's starting in net for the starting goalie tonight will be Holtby, Markstrom's replacement. So I'm expecting a good effort from Holtby. See, the thing about the NHL is when you have a goalie that is standing on his head and he's stopping everything, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If the goalie's on his game, forget about it. And I just feel like this is a game where Holtby's going to say, hey, I'm the guy that they brought in to replace that guy across the ice from me. So the matchup is more between Markstrom and Holtby today. And I'm going with Holtby. Like that's I'm taking the dog. I'm taking Vancouver. These guys have been kicked around. They've had a rough year so far, but Calgary hasn't done anything really, right, Nick?
Exactly.
Does Calgary impress you?
No, exactly. No. Calgary hasn't done anything. Vancouver just lost 2 of 3 at home to Calgary.
Right.
They just lost 4-3. So this is just a single game in Calgary. So they played 3 in Vancouver and then 1 in Calgary. So it's a bit strange, of course. And then Vancouver is back in Vancouver for 2 straight against Winnipeg. But no, I think that this is a good call on Vancouver here. This is a good upset position. You detailed perfectly about the goaltenders there. But no, Calgary's been, really inconsistent, not fantastic or anything. So I think just it sets up great from a situational standpoint here for Vancouver in a small upset role for sure.
All right. I like it. I love a good dog.
Good value.
Good value on that one. And then, so the total is 6. I know, Kurt, you took it under last night. Nick, do you have feelings on the total?
I would go with the under as well there for sure. Just They went, just the travel there, the 3 straight in Vancouver, the higher scoring game in that last one. Previous to that, each team had seen it go under quite a bit. And so, I think a return to the norm there. And so that would sort of go along with Vancouver and correlate along there with our thinking that the Vancouver goaltender will step up here. So, I'll go with the under.
All right. We are consensed, and Rob C87 likes it too. So we are consensed on the
Whole
under.
way around.
Yep. That's a round trip. So Winnipeg at Edmonton. It looks like I spelled that wrong, but I don't think I did. Edmonton is the favorite, minus 135, and the total is 6.5. So Nick, what are you doing here?
Well, when I first look at this and I see that they just played to that high-scoring 6-5 game there, I'm leaning to the under here. Edmonton, previous to that one going over, had played to the under in 3 straight. Now Winnipeg, it had also played to many under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unders in a row previous to that high-scoring game there. So yeah, my immediate thoughts when I look at this game is that I'm leaning to the under. I mean, Winnipeg has a 2.80 goals against average, and Edmonton has a 3.41, which is obviously not that great. But yeah, off that really high scoring game, I'm gonna lean the other way here and go with the under.
All right, we're taking it under. Kurt, I think you took it under last night in the show.
Yeah,
right?
I took it under in the show. I'm actually
unders on this show today. That's what we just did.
The Undertakers. Here we go.
Oh, I think we have 5 like total because one of the games has already started. We already had the Carolina game going.
Oh no, I mean on this show. Last night on Total Chaos, one of you is going to be 5-0, one's 4-1, and they were all unders except Kurt took an over in one game.
He took the over.
He took the over. Kurt took 5 unders.
I took 5 unders.
So both of our NBA games we have under. Both of our hockey games we have under. What do you like on the side for Winnipeg and Edmonton?
I actually Winnipeg has split. The Winnipeg Jets have split their last 3 series. So I'm looking for another split here. Winnipeg won 6-5. That's such a high scoring game for these two. They won 6-5, and yeah, I'm looking for Edmonton to bounce back just from the trend like that. That's strictly a trend play right there because if I see this, like if I see a team that can't put 3 to 4 wins together, I'm gonna kind of follow the trend they're doing. They're winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, and that's what Winnipeg's been doing like the last 3 series. So let's keep that going here. Edmonton's the way to go for me.
All right, Edmonton it is. Our friend Jason Lee Wyndham in the chat agrees. Nick, are you on an Edmonton side here, or are we not picking a side?
I'm not going to pick a side. My strongest play is the under. Although if I did have a lean, I would also go with exactly what Kurt said there. Just that revenge factor from losing that 6-5 game close there. And so, yeah, I think Edmonton would be the correct call as far as the side is concerned.
All right. I love it. Okie doke. So guys, before we go, if there's anything you want to ask us about, drop it into the chat now. We can take a quick look. Don't forget to give us that thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, and definitely ring the bell for notifications. We do a ton of shows all week long. I swear some of the viewers, I feel like they're my personal friends. Like we see each other every day and help each other make money every day. Yep. So it's a really Picks and Parlays view crews, a really fun thing to be a part of. Oh, Jason Lee Wyndham's taking the over in Edmonton. That's the way he's going to roll.
You know what? I wanted to take the over, but I've already committed to the under with yesterday's show. And I was kind of going through my notes, and I was like, why did I take that game under? Well, I'm sticking with it now. So, yeah, Edmonton has been putting up some points. Edmonton definitely can be a high-scoring team whenever they want to be. We've seen them put up 8 goals, 5 goals the last game. So they've had a couple games where they've really, I want to say 6 out of the last 10 has gone over, and they're actually 5-2 in their last 7. So Edmonton is kind of on fire right now. So, but I'm going to stick with the under. This could be a game where Edmonton shuts them down. We do have a high total of 6.5, so you got to like that hook right there. So yeah, we'll stick with the under.
So JD Gillis, Pacers, Drake, Boston College, and Greensboro. I'm already on Drake, and I took that game under a 140.5. Throwing that your way. Boston College was popular in the chat today, but we didn't end up taking them. I don't remember why. And I've been cashing on Greensboro all season. I'm not looking at it right now, but I have cashed them a lot. Do you guys have any feelings on the Pacers? That's your department, Nick. You like the Pacers tonight?
Ellie, I haven't closely looked at that game close enough here.
They're playing the Timberwolves. Pacers.
Yeah.
McDermott's out for the Pacers, I believe. I believe McDermott's out. Let me double check that. That's
Another
the Pacers.
Yeah,
I mean, the
game time
Pacers coming
decision.
off the
Game
OT
time.
loss at home to the Bulls. There, a really high-scoring affair. They've coming off back-to-back high-scoring affairs. Minnesota dealing still with some injury issues, coming off the loss to the Lakers. There, yeah. I mean, I'm having a hard time getting a read on Minnesota personally right here. So no, I don't have an opinion on this one, guys.
I'm a fan of the Timberwolves. Not a fan like that, like I have their jerseys, but I'm definitely a fan of this young team. They're a scrappy team. Nobody's really paying attention to them because they are so young. You don't really have any leaders. D'Angelo Russell, he's one of the key pieces that won't be in tonight's game.
Right.
Young team, no identity really, just kind of out there playing ball, trying to figure things out. But they do compete. We saw them compete against the Lakers. We saw them compete against Golden State.
This Indiana team just doesn't look as good
this
as
Indiana
advertised.
team's good though. This Indiana
you do
team's
like it?
really
Okay.
good, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
I just.
Indiana's good.
Okay, you like Indiana? Because, I mean, they're coming off the OT loss. I guess that was the OT loss to the Bulls there. They've shown some promise, although some inconsistency as well. But, yeah, I mean, if you're looking at these two teams, Indiana is definitely the better team on paper. So coming off that loss to the Bulls there, I mean, they're going to come in focused here. This is something, they had a lapse there. They probably could have won that game. And
right.
So, yeah,
I think that game went to double overtime. So
wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty high scoring game with the two OTs. So maybe looking at the under, looking at the Pacers to maybe take this game. Here we go with the under again. Let's not talk about the under anymore.
No.
Let's not talk about any more unders.
Oh, look, this is the saddest thing out of Houston. I'm from Houston too, Renya. Reyna, there it is. I'm sorry. No power, no water, no JJ Watts, no Harden, no Deshaun, no Springer. What's wrong? In Houston? We have a problem. I think that it's good.
I'm all Houston too. I'm all Houston too. So it hurts.
Cleanse. I think there's just a cleanse happening in Houston, and a lot of that bad energy is I don't know. I'm all for a rebuilding year. Harden, he's good and all, but do you really want to deal with all that business?
We got a ton for Harden. I'm okay with Harden leaving.
Yeah, we got that money. I'm not
a bunch.
thrilled about do we have any feelings about Golden State leading at halftime? That's a little more in depth. I would definitely have to write numbers down about that.
Yeah, I'd have to check that out too, like a halftime line. Yeah, the Heat haven't been playing well, so I guess they've been on this long road trip, or I think this is like the fourth game in a row on the road. So maybe fading the road team that isn't covering. Yeah, I could see that, but I don't know what they've been doing the first halves. Like if they've just been losing the game outright from beginning to end, or has it been a little closer? Have they been competitive first half and then start to tail in the second? So I'm not really sure about that first half line there. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, I was kind of going to glance. Pelicans Blazers over first quarter 60. I love it as much as I love the Morning Wood show. Thank you.
Pelicans go over. Yeah, they put up the points.
So there you go. So we like that, Lenny.
Yeah, I like that.
Any feelings about the Knicks -4? I know you've been digging the Knicks, haven't you, Kurt? I feel like I've heard.
Yeah, I've been digging the Knicks defensively. Sometimes when you put some coin on them, they remind you they are the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
here they are.
I usually play the Knicks totals.
Hungry Orlando team here. I don't know. Orlando is much better at home. They're 3-1 against the spread the last 4 at home. They're the hungrier team here. I know they have injuries, but if Vucevic is playing, I kind of like taking the points here. How is New York favored suddenly? I mean, Julius Randle, he has to be putting up 30 points at least every game for them to be competitive, and it's just he has to do that, or they're not going to do anything. So yeah, no, I think Orlando is much better at home. It's coming off the poor road trip, so I'm leaning Orlando in the points there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I was just checking. The Warriors at halftime, they were ahead of the Cavs. They were behind the net. So I don't know. I need the time. Nick
When
feels a headache.
you look at the level of competition,
Yeah,
these
that's
two
the
teams have been
difference.
playing, right?
The Heat are the same kind of team. That's just it. I mean,
Right.
they're just on pace with all them anyway. So
The Heat were
Carlos,
blown out by the Clippers and the Jazz, and even against a banged up Rockets team, they only won that game by 6 or 7. So yeah, the Heat just don't look impressive, and they played the Knicks on a back-to-back, and it was 98-96 one game and 109-103. So the Heat aren't really, covering spreads or making games competitive. When they get blown out, they get blown out. And the teams that they should beat, like the weaker teams, like if this was a weaker team, yeah, I definitely would lean more towards Miami. But Golden State's good. They're still all right. They still have Steph Curry.
Yeah, and he's having an amazing season.
So
yeah, he is. Okay, last one, and then we're going to let you guys go. We got a lot of games about to start. I want to make sure I got all my bets down, and I'm sure you guys do too. Do we have any feelings about the Bulls? Pistons at Bulls, Chicago's -3, and the total's 219. That dropped from a 223.5, so quite a large move towards the under there.
I don't have a strong feeling on that one, guys. I haven't looked at it closely enough.
I'm going to need stronger feelings out of you, Nick.
I have a really strong feeling that I don't have a strong feeling.
I tell them on the show, you don't have to bet every one. I remember hearing that the Bulls were like, no, I remember Craig saying that the Pistons are the worst, best team
in the league. Yeah.
In the league.
I remember that too. Yeah. As far as, when you're looking at a team like the Bulls in this position, you not only have to win the game, but then you have to cover the spread. And you look at that tough game that they just played against Indiana, and maybe that's why the line is reflected in the line, why they're a 3-point favorite now, after that double overtime win. And the Bulls have been getting a lot of pub, I guess, from Zach LaVine and Kobe White there, putting up all these points. Everybody's seeing that, but does it result in wins? That's the thing. It's like they're flashy. It looks great. It looks exciting. Do you like them enough, especially with this Detroit team that nobody's talking about? Except for Craig Trapp.
Except for Craig Trapp. That's just it. Yeah. Don't let the Pistons catch fire, says Lenny.
There we go.
About the best worst team.
Best worst team.
Are. All right, guys. Well, that just about does it for us. A lot of great picks today. If you pick some parlays, now I'm going to talk for real. Ready? Okay. So to the Picks and Parlays View crew, don't forget to give us that thumbs up and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And then if you want the premium plays, the good from Nick or Kurt, you just head over to picksandparlays.net. That's where they're all at. You can follow Nick on Twitter at The Insiders Room. And Kurt is at Kurt's Angles. I'm Allie Burns. You can find me at Plus Money Honey. And I'll see you guys for my Morning Wood college basketball show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, like 1 to 1:30. Okay, sometimes I run late. Don't judge me. And then we'll be doing Nick, are you Total Chaos NBA champ?
You're going to have to let me know. I'm not
positive. I didn't score it yet. I just realized that I never scored you and Craig. So let me check that out. I'm thinking we're going to do an NBA Total Chaos tomorrow or Friday, and college basketball's in there. So those are coming. That's why you got to ring your bell. But Nick, I'll see you back here on Friday for the live cap. We'll do college basketball and NBA.
Sounds great, Allie. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks everyone for joining us. And don't forget, give us those thumbs up. That's what makes the boss happy. We'll see you guys soon. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
Later.